Hey, welcome back to another episode of Whiskey Row. I'm excited to be in the Speakeasy tonight filming another store haul. And it's been a while since I've done a store haul, and the reason is because normally when I do a store haul, I like to have more bottles behind that store haul, knowing that I'm going to be doing another store haul soon. Well, Virginia ABC has changed the way they're doing their distributions, and I haven't been able to get out of town, or out of state, I should say. So I haven't really been able to do a whole lot of bourbon hunting for, geez, it's probably been 6 weeks now. But I've had these bottles sitting here for a while, and I haven't done a store haul, and I owe you one. So we're going to do a store haul with these 8 bottles, saving 2 for another occasion, and hopefully I'll be able to get some more bottles here and have another store haul sometime soon. But that being said, if you end up enjoying this video, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Let's dive right into it. Oh, bottle kills. What have we killed? Well, I think the only thing that we've bottle killed is an Elijah Craig 18 year, and I can't really take credit for that because Jamie fell in love with this, and this has been her bottle since she fell in love with it, and she only drank maybe a third of it, but still, I'm going to blame this bottle kill on Jamie. Speaking of her, if you haven't checked out her channel Beyond the Row, the link is in the description. Check it out. I'm on there a lot too, so if you end up liking what I'm doing here on Whiskey Row, you'll probably like what we're doing over there on Beyond the Row. And anyway, this was a great bottle. When I first started getting into Elijah Craig 18 year, I didn't love it, but man, I really did start to love it, and I really do like it now, and it's one that I always want to have on the shelves of Speakeasy, even though it's very hard to come by and not very cheap. But with that bottle kill out of the way, let's dive right into these 8 bottles, because I'm really excited about them tonight. First off, I shouldn't be that excited about it. It's Eagle Rare. You guys, almost seems like every store haul I do, I've got an Eagle Rare. And it's a great bottle, $40 Buffalo Trace, 10-year age stated, really pretty good. Now, for those of you who haven't had Eagle Rare before, it's a great buy at $40. Like I said, 10-year age stated, so it's hard to go wrong with. It's got a really nice flavor. It's got a lot of that really good Buffalo Trace, a little bit of that red berry. Sometimes I get a little cola on some barrels, sometimes not, but definitely get some nice 10-year age notes with some little bit of oakiness. It's got a good blend of some spice as well. Not too spicy, but just a hint, little faint spiciness there. Anyway, this to me is a great $40 Buffalo Trace product if you can get it, and I highly recommend it, and I'm glad I've got another one on the shelves of the Speakeasy. Now, that Eagle Rare I got here in Virginia at the Virginia ABC during the last round of allocated drops they did before going to the new system. And how many of anything have I gotten since they went to the new system? The answer is 0. Haven't gotten a dang thing yet, and so I'm hopefully going to get something someday through this new system that's supposed to make everything so fair. Anyway, the rest of the store haul is all stuff I got from out of state, either from people sending it to me on trades or people picking it up for me and me paying them for it. So let's jump right into it. First off, tonight, Woodford Reserve Double Oak store pick. Now, Jamie has really fallen in love with Woodford Reserve Double Oak, and I do as well. I really like it quite a bit. To me, it's not as good as 1910, Old Forester 1910, but it's still very good. Now, this one comes from Cost Plus Liquors out in, I believe, California. AW, longtime supporter of the channel and Patreon, helped me pick this up. I paid him for it because I haven't seen Woodford Reserve Double Oak on the shelves here in Virginia in ages, and I wanted a good store pick, and he said this was a pretty decent one, or at least he said he could get one for me. I don't know if he said it was good or not. I can't remember. Like I said, this has been sitting on the shelves for a while, but I am very excited to have this one because I needed another Woodford Reserve Double Oak, because that is one that I do like to have on the shelves of the Speakeasy. And now that Jamie has fallen in love with it, I got to do my job as a husband and make sure she's got some good stuff to drink. Now, up next is a bottle that I did in trade. This was part of a trade I did with somebody, and I got 2 bottles and he got 3 bottles. And I don't want to go in and spoil the trade because this was the less nice of the 2 bottles. The other one was like friggin' amazing, and I'm saving that for another store haul, not spoil it. But this is Jeffersons Ocean Aged at Sea. Now, I have had a Jefferson Ocean's Aged at Sea before. It's pretty tasty. It's not like knock your socks off delicious, but it's pretty darn good. This one comes in at 90 proof. And the whole kind of like story behind these Jefferson's Ocean's Aged at Sea, if you're not familiar with it, they basically take the bourbon in the barrels, and then they take the barrels and they put them on a ship and they drive it around the ocean a whole bunch of times. Drive it around the ocean, because you drive a giant tanker, right? You drive it. No, they put them on these giant ships, and they move these things around the ocean, and all the sloshing from the waves and everything else like mixes it all up, and you're supposed to get this extra rich bourbon experience. Is it really true? I don't know. It's hard to say. I would have to have literally a side by side of the special ship in the ocean shaken up the whole time and put that right next to the exact same mash bill, exact same product that's just been sitting in a barrel in a warehouse. Is it going to make a difference? I'm sure it makes a little difference, but to me, it's more the novelty of it. It's kind of a cool story. So check it out if you're into it. But this is Voyage 23, if that matters to you guys out there. And like I said, I've had one before, and it's pretty darn tasty. I do like them. They're not really, I don't think they're necessarily worth price of them. Usually I can get these here in Virginia, but as part of the deal, it made sense. So I was happy to get it. Up next is a bottle of Trails End 8. Now, Jason, again, another patron of the channel, longtime supporter out in Idaho, got a hold of this thing. Now, this is 8-year Kentucky bourbon finished with Oregon oak. So they take 8-year Kentucky bourbon, they put it into oak out in Oregon, and supposed to be really, really good. Now, Jason sent this to me when we were doing the whole charity live stream for Ukraine for the World Central Kitchen. He sent one of these to donate to that charity drive that we did, and he sent another one just to me, and that was really, really awesome. So thank you so much. And I am super excited about this because I do have a soft spot in my heart for Oregon and Oregon whiskey for personal reasons, and so thank you so much. I'm so excited to have this and try it. And we will see if that Oregon oak actually really instills some great flavor compared to what comes out of Kentucky. It's probably going to taste the same, but I'm still really excited for it. So thank you so much, Jason. Now, all you bourbon lovers out there are going to have to forgive me because this is an Irish whiskey, but it's a good Irish whiskey. And I already have one, but when I was on the hunt for a Blue Spot Irish whiskey, I ended up having one patron of the channel, Chuck, send me one just for free as a gift, which was amazing. Thank you so much. And at the same time, actually just before that, I'd made a deal with AW out in California. Again, another Patreon, longtime supporter of the channel. And he sent me this Blue Spot, and I'm very, very excited about it because now I have one open, which I've been drinking, and it's delicious. And I have a second one, which is very, very amazing because I can't get these here in Virginia. I've never seen them. I've heard they're around, but I've never seen them. And now with the whole new system, who knows when I'll ever see these. But Alan did pick this up for me, and I did pay him for it. Now, this is really interesting because when I first saw the 7-year age statement on Irish whiskey, I'm like, that's not near enough. But it's actually a blend of Irish whiskeys, the youngest being 7 years. And it's cask strength. So you end up getting, for the most part, it tastes older than 7 years. And you end up getting a cask strength Irish whiskey, which is not super common, but this is a great, great version of a cask strength Irish whiskey. So if you are in the mood or market for a Irish whiskey, particularly one with a little more proof, because I'm telling you, when you get scotches and Irish whiskeys that get above 90, 92 proof, you start hitting those higher cask strengths, the hundreds, 108, stuff like that. Man, some of that stuff is absolutely phenomenal. So if the only scotch or the only Irish whiskey you've ever had is like 80 proof stuff or 83 or 82 proof stuff, give something a little bit richer, a little thicker mouthfeel a try, because these things are really, really exceptional. Is a Manifest Whiskey Project bourbon, a blend of straight bourbon and straight rye whiskeys. Let me hold that up for you to see. Pretty bottle, kind of interesting label, really dark. Antho down in Florida, long time supporter of this mess here we do on Whiskey Row. Thank you so much, Antho, for picking this up for me. This is batch CS1, bottle 36. He picked this up for me. I'm really, really excited to try. Again, a blend of bourbon and rye. You guys know I like Boo Ryes, and this one is coming in at a pretty high proof at 115.8 proof, which I think that might be the highest Boo Rye style whiskey that I have. I can't think of any that's higher. Most of the Boo Ryes I have are right around 90, 92, 94 proof, something like that. So to get one at this proof, I am pretty stoked about. Again, this is the Manifest Whiskey Project. Very excited for this Antho. Thank you so much. I'm very interested in what this tastes like, comparing this to my High West Boo Rye, some of the other blended whiskeys that I have. Next up is this, another interesting whiskey that Antho picked up for me. Sitting up here, I paid him for both of them. This is Rare Characters Single Barrel Series Take for R/Bourbon. So it's selected by R/Bourbon on Reddit, I'm assuming. 5 years, 8 months, coming in at 115.52. So check this thing out. I'm very, very interested in this one. Mash bill on it is 75 corn, 21, I'm guessing rye. It's a 75, 21, and 4% barley, I'm guessing. So again, this is a little bit of an interesting one from what Reddit is helping to bring to the bourbon community. So Antho picked this up for me. Very excited for it. Thank you so much for getting this for me. Last up tonight, a bottle that I am so incredibly excited for. This is a bottle that's been on my wish list as long as I have been in bourbon, almost as long as I've been in bourbon. It's been on my wish list for a very, very long time. And it's Michter's Toasted Barrel Finish Sour Mash. You guys know I love Michter's. You guys know I have an unhealthy obsession with Michter's. I'm a big, big fan. This came from Sam down in Florida via trade. And he sent this up to me, and I can't be more excited about it. Comes in at 86 proof, so it's a little on the lower proof side. But I'll tell you, this thing is one of those, like the Michter's Toasted Barrel Bourbon finish that I got, and now this Sour Mash finish. And what's interesting is the actual, when I put the Michter Sour Mash, the regular, $40, $45 Sour Mash against the regular Michter Small Batch Bourbon, I kind of prefer the Sour Mash. I'm really interested to put this, which is the Toasted Sour Mash, up against the Toasted Bourbon and see if I still kind of prefer the Sour Mash. Because when I went to Kentucky and I was able to taste the 20-year Michter's, the 25-year Michter's, and the Michter Sour Mash, the Michter Sour Mash Celebration was the best, well, it was the best whiskey I've ever had in my life. And I'm hopeful that this brings at least some portion of that character, because I'll probably never have a Michter's Celebration Sour Mash again. And this is actually sort of achievable, kind of. It's really expensive on the secondary. The retail is not bad, but secondary, man, these can run you for many hundreds of dollars. So very excited to pick this one up. Thank you so much, Sam, for helping me get a hold of this. And on that note, at this point in collecting bourbon or hunting bourbon here in Virginia with the system so absolutely messed up, I am not going to be able to get very much here without the help from all of you out there. I've had to rely so much more on all of you to help me find some of these special bottles, because the system here is so broken I just can't get anything. So anyway, thank you so much to all of you who've not only helped me in this video but in other videos to find delicious bourbons and whiskeys. I am so appreciative of it. But thank you so much for supporting Whiskey Row. Thank you so much for supporting Beyond the Row. If you ended up enjoying this video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not, and until next time, find a bottle you love.